Welcome to Space Matrix. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. The South China Sea, stretching from China to Indonesia and the Philippines, is now a flashpoint of global tension. Once a peaceful trade route, it's become a battleground of overlapping claims and rising ambitions. Hundreds of islands and reefs are claimed by multiple countries, turning the region into one of the world's most contested. The stakes are high. Beneath the waves lie untapped oil and gas, while the sea's fisheries feed millions. Its shipping lanes carry a third of global trade. Control here means economic and strategic power. China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, Taiwan, and the Philippines all claim parts of these waters, each citing history, geography, or law. For China, it's about historical rights and maritime dominance. For its neighbors, it's about survival and sovereignty. Tensions have reached a new phase. The Philippines is making a bold, non-military move to assert its rights. This isn't just about maps, it's a direct challenge to China's narrative and a reminder that the South China Sea dispute is far from over. The world is watching as the next chapter unfolds. The Philippines has released a new national map, clearly marking its 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone in the South China Sea, what it calls the West Philippine Sea. This map names features like Scarborough Shoal and the Spratly Islands as Philippine territory, directly refuting China's sweeping nine-dash line. Grounded in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, the map is a legal and diplomatic statement. By distributing it to schools, embassies, and government offices, Manila is embedding its claim in the national and international consciousness. The move is both a domestic rallying point and a tool for global diplomacy. It's a peaceful but firm pushback against years of Chinese pressure. While China builds islands, the Philippines builds its case on paper, betting that law will outlast might. This map signals Manila's determination to defend its maritime rights for future generations. China's response was immediate and uncompromising. Beijing condemned the Philippine map as illegal and void. Chinese officials insist their claims are rooted in history, not up for debate, and accuse Manila of provoking tensions with foreign backing. China reinforced its stance with action, more Coast Guard ships, more assertive maneuvers near disputed areas. The message is clear. China's claims are enforced by power, not just words. The nine-dash line, first drawn in the 1940s, remains central to China's identity and strategy. For Beijing, the Philippine map is a direct affront to its historic rights. The power imbalance is stark. Manila wields law and diplomacy, China wields economic and maritime might. The world now waits to see if the Philippines' legal strategy can withstand China's pressure. The South China Sea disputes are centuries in the making, but modern tensions began as post-colonial nations drew new borders. China's nine-dash line first appeared in 1947, but Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei all cite their own history and geography. The discovery of oil and gas raised the stakes, turning symbolic claims into economic contests. China's rise has shifted the balance. Its military presence on artificial islands has alarmed neighbors. The Philippines has faced repeated flashpoints from Mischief Reef in 1995 to Scarborough Shoal in 2012. These events convinced Manila that bilateral talks with China were futile. Now, the Philippines is turning to international law and alliances to counter China's dominance. The new map is the latest move in a long, tangled history of rivalry and resistance. The struggle is as much about the past as it is about the future. The South China Sea is a global economic artery. One-third of maritime trade, over $3 trillion, passes through each year. Disruption here would cripple supply chains and economies worldwide. The sea's fisheries feed millions, but overfishing and reef destruction threaten this lifeline. Oil and gas reserves beneath the seabed add another layer of competition and conflict. Most resources lie in disputed waters, making exploration a diplomatic minefield. For China, control means maritime power. For the US and allies, it's about keeping sea lanes open. US Navy patrols challenge China's claims, turning the sea into a daily stage for great power rivalry. The South China Sea is where economic, environmental, and strategic interests collide. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, sets the rules for maritime rights. In 2013, the Philippines took China to court, challenging the nine-dash line's legality. The 2016 tribunal ruling was clear. China's claims had no legal basis, and key features were within the Philippines' EEZ. The decision was binding, but China rejected it outright, calling it waste paper. This defiance undermined the international legal order and left the dispute unresolved. The Philippines' new map is an attempt to turn legal victory into policy, reasserting its rights despite China's resistance. The battle is now between international law and raw power. The world's rules are being tested in these contested waters. The Philippines map has drawn global attention and support from allies like the US, Australia, and Japan. Washington has reaffirmed its defense commitments, providing Manila with a crucial security backstop. Within ASEAN, reactions are mixed. Some states quietly support the move, others urge caution to avoid angering China. ASEAN's divisions make a united response difficult, and negotiations with China remain slow and uncertain. Tensions are likely to persist, with China using Coast Guard and militia tactics, while the Philippines continues its patrols. The risk of escalation is real, and the world is watching for any misstep. Manila's strategy is to rally international support and uphold the rule of law. China aims to create new facts on the ground, betting the world will eventually accept its control. The new map is a bold move in a long geopolitical contest. The future of the South China Sea and regional stability hangs in the balance.